You can do some gentle exercise anytime. You don't have to be dressed in exercise clothes. And in fact, if you're tired, it might be an idea, rather than having a rest, just to get down on the floor and do a bit of stretching. Let your joints know that you love them. So the good news is that recent research and clinical trials have confirmed that regular exercise can keep the muscles around affected arthritic joints strong and at the same time decrease bone loss and help to control joint swelling and pain. For regular exercise replenishes lubrication to the cartilage of the joint and reduces stiffness and pain. Lack of physical exercise is associated with increased muscle weakness, as well as joint stiffness and a reduced range in motion and fatigue. Exercise needs to be directed at the entire body, not just at the affected joints. The Fitness, Arthritis and Seniors trial, which was the largest clinical trial to evaluate the effect of exercise on arthritis sufferers, found that those in the study that exercised regularly had significant improvements in symptoms of physical disability, as well as increased physical performance and reduced pain. Daily exercises are a really important factor because the cartilage within the joints doesn't have any blood vessels to provide it with nutrients. In order to receive adequate nutrition, it requires seepage through the surrounding membranes and regular compression and decompression to absorb the nutrients and stimulate repair. Our knees and hips bear up to 10 times our body's weight. Simply by managing your weight and losing as little as 10 pounds, you can reduce the pressure your weight-bearing joints must carry. Gentle exercise is where you should begin. Nothing too strenuous. Here are some tips to keep your muscles and joints healthy. And we're not talking about marathon stuff here, so to start with, you could just join a beginner's aquafit class. And by doing exercise in the water cushions you, so it's much more gentle. And then when you've finished in the pool, you can go and sit in the sauna or the steam room and just let that heat seep through to your joints, which you'll find really soothing. If you're able to do some weights, then just get the small weights to start with, the little half a pound ones or the pound ones, and you can get those little Velcro armbands and the little bands that go around your ankle. And that's a really good way to start. Lifting your arms up, perhaps from your shoulder, and down again, lifting your legs up with the weights. But find an activity that you really like, because as I've probably said before, unless you like it, you're not going to stick to it. It's unrealistic. So if you enjoy dancing to your favourite music, or going out walking with your friends, or even skipping, whatever it is, just arrange to do it, and maybe a variety of exercise so you don't get bored doing the same thing. Walking is great exercise. There are so many dividends to walking, and obviously it will help you to burn up the calories if you're walking fairly briskly, so that you've got less strain on your joints. You build up your heart rate as you walk, and even if you only start with 5 minutes a day, or 5 minutes a couple of times a day, and then gradually make each session longer, so that eventually you should be aiming to walk at least half an hour a day, and whilst your heart rate is up, you should still be able to hold a conversation. So that's your guide. And each time, just work a little bit harder, so as the weeks go by, you're getting fitter and fitter. Some people like to count steps, and if you do that, you want to aim for about 10,000 steps a day. Bear in mind, that may sound a lot, but most of us are walking probably 3,000 or 5,000 steps a day just with our ordinary activities. So you'll just need to go out of your way to do some more walking. Apart from making your joints more comfortable, the benefits that you're going to get in the long term will be significant. You're going to feel far more energized, obviously far more mobility, and generally so much better about yourself because you're going to be in better shape. In the next show, I'm going to be talking about how you can eat yourself flexible. So do join me.